I've been thinking about Starbuck all week long. Seriously, my mind has just been reeling. How does, by all accounts, what appears to genuinely be the death of her character impact the show? And I'm confident today's episode we're gonna deal with the ramifications of her loss. I'm also very, very curious about some of the dialogue, and it really felt like while her character died, her story's not over. Especially with, I didn't really lock onto the line of dialogue until I was editing, but with Leoben, or fake Leoben, as the case may be, talking with her, saying that something about bridging between life and death, and I'm just kind of like, what? What are we getting into? And again, my mind cycles right back to what is going on with her. Is this something divine? Is she gonna be some kind of vessel? I don't know. Is this related to Cylons? Is she a Cylon? And if she is a Cylon, then by all accounts, maybe what her and Leoben did was actually real. I don't know. I tell you, my mind has just been reeling, and yeah, this has been really, really. Well, last week's episode was just so good. It really made me super, super curious and excited to see where we're going from here. And I'm ready to dive into today's episode. I don't even know the title of it, but we're diving in, so let's experience it right now for the very first time. Yep.
Here's every captain from every ship in the fleet.
Captain Elias Meeker, Gideon.
And the last name for the tribunal is...
Admiral Adama, huh? Oh, that's cute as heck. Stop.
Watch this one more time.
Oh, he's totally toasted.
Hey, why don't you come down from there? I'm just fine right here.
Gotta put it right where she said to put it, huh? Not yet.
Hey, Sam.
Leave. Apollo.
Let's just get down and get some sleep. Come on.
It wasn't.
Come on.
No, I gotta go.
Yep, that was always gonna happen.
I think I fell.
Sam.
She's still alive, right?
She's gone, Sam.
I know.
You're one of 5 captains picked to serve on the judge's tribunal.
Doing a lottery was a sensible way to do it, but should Adama be allowed to be included in that? I mean, he's certainly not unbiased.
Mr. Hughes.
See Baltar dead. Starbuck alive, that'd be justice, because he was.
Oh! What is happening?
You okay?
How many people are gonna die? I don't even know that man. But, I mean, do we really want to be killing off people? That might be the shortest amount of time we met a character for them to be killed off. Breaking records in this episode. For a split second, I thought Starbuck died. Or, oh no, wait, that happened. No, I meant Racetrack. And I know she's more of a background character. I don't really feel like I know Racetrack. That 399 hurt. But, like, to lose her in such close proximity to Starbuck is not okay. It would really be hurtful.
How do you intend to replace Gaius Baltar's defense attorney?
There's a number of candidates. We're working our way down the list.
I mean, who really wants to be his defense attorney, huh?
Hilo, I need you to set up a Dratus picket with Blue Squadron in Sector 7.
You mean Sector 9, right?
Oh, he's struggling. Well, who wouldn't?
Athena, I'm gonna need you exclusively on shuttle runs.
Yo, don't forget to check under your back seat.
Hey, you got lucky, Starbuck. If I were you, I would seriously consider buying a Racetrack, I'm sorry. Dismissed.
Oh, this episode hurts in all the right ways. Matt Murdock? No. But I mean, yes?
You think you have the qualifications to handle a case of this magnitude? I was born for this.
What? Why is there a cat? Since when is there a cat?
My wife.
Oh, okay.
I despise him as much as you do, having to hire me. Should we get started?
Maybe he's the perfect person to represent. I immediately like him more than Hughes.
So that's it, you're grounding me.
Keeping Lampkin alive is an important job. I need your help.
Dad, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Why?
Because I'm not.
Right on.
I'll be handling security for you. Where'd you want your bags?
I'd like to see my client.
Me too. Talking about Baltar and moving towards his trial is great. I want to see the man. I miss him.
I can't bring him here.
I was thinking your quarters.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, before it gets wired for sound, like this place probably is.
He's all the right kind of paranoid, honestly.
I have a right to consult with my client in private.
You knew my grandfather.
Hated his guts. He taught me everything I know.
Such an interesting dynamic. Somebody's planning another assassination. So who is behind the killings, you think? I don't have any theory. Not really. Like, who's the extremist? I would maybe consider accusing Ty if we were in a different place in a different time, but I don't think it's him.
So tell me, do you honestly think that I'm going to get a fair trial?
Doubtful.
Yes. Caprica 6. I'm worried about her. She's the key. They can use her. We need to know what she's thinking. I need to talk to her. Tell her that I love her very much.
Yeah.
About her a lot.
To listen requires a voice. For what needs to be known requires us to ask.
I assume that's in his
My
book.
triumphs, my mistakes. The Gaius Baltar. Fly me to Colonial 1.
You don't understand. You can't just jump in a raptor. These things have to be coordinated.
Where would you rather be, Major? Here? As the parade float for the bereaved?
What are you talking about?
Everybody looking at you like you're bleeding out of your side.
Dang.
I need those files. You come with me, they might just give them to me. What is your job anyway? Keep me alive? Or keep me from doing mine?
Fascinating. He has a very fascinating personality. He's right a lot of the time.
Shipside. Those are Admiral's orders. Father factor.
Come on, Kelly, give me a break. I'm along for the ride.
I honestly forgot this man existed. Are we gonna see the bomb? We gonna check it? We gonna stop this? The cat's gonna save our lives.
I think it was a cat. That's my cat. There's a freaking cat in there. Boom! Boom! Everybody out!
Okay, but tell me the bomb didn't go off. We can't lose 2 raptors in one episode. Aye.
He wanted files from Colonial 1.
It was the middle of the night.
But you assigned me to security.
And there was a bomb on that ship. And you missed it.
True.
You could have died. Plain and simple.
I feel like that's certainly a part of his motivation for keeping Adama out of the air right now.
She's been gone 2 weeks. I didn't realize the clock was running.
Don't you dare quantify my loss.
You have no idea.
What, you think yours is deeper?
Wow.
Yours is greater. In 2 weeks, there's going to be a trial. And I'm going to do what I was chosen to do, and so are you.
Don't answer the door. Don't open the door. Look, you have to do what I say.
If they want to kill me, they'll find a way. Who do I have to bribe to see the Cylon woman?
Definitely let him see Caprica 6. Please. Please. Mostly because I want to see Caprica 6. Also, I don't know that I've actually commented on it, but I love how all the paper and all the, books, pages, everything is catty-cornered. It's all missing the corners. I just think that's a really nice detail of world building in this show that's been there since day one. What's missing? She's missing something too. Interesting.
Lampkin can interview 6 immediately as long as it's conducted under the same conditions according to the chief prosecutor.
I understand that you had a romantic relationship with my client.
Gaius Baltar is a brilliant, gifted human being. He was narcissistic, self-centered, feckless, and vain.
She knows him so well.
Did he ask about me?
Ooh, he's taking off the glasses. Wow.
He wanted to know if you were well. He wanted you to know that he misses you, loves you. He gave me this to give to you. He uses that at the risk of grave reprisal, too.
He took Gaius's pen. He's going off book. What's he doing?
He wants you to have it. Because without you, it has no meaning. He wants you to have it because he would do anything to be with you again.
He's using a legit strategy to keep her from testifying against Gaius Baltar. Will it work? Wow.
You won't get a trial. Not even a bad one. Does your love hurt as much as mine?
Yes.
Oh, it might work after all. He had a great strategy. What's going on? Are you missing a button? What was that?
Why encourage a man to write and then take his pen? He'll curry more sympathy when we get the word out that he's been silenced. My grandfather, he say, Lee, be a good boy. Don't be too good. Everybody has demons. The law is just a way of exorcising them. That's what your father's father taught me. You wanna know why I hated him?
Yeah.
Because he was right. Joe Adama cared about one thing. Understanding why people do what they do.
This is so engaging.
We're flawed. All of us. I wanted to know why. So I did what he did. This cross-examination is over. I'd like to take a crap.
You should be allowed to do that. Fair. I don't know what to make of this man, but I'm so intrigued.
Files from Colonial 1.
Hold it. Put that
Excuse.
on the floor now.
For Christ's sake. It was there when Kelly x-rayed him. It's papers.
What? Oh no! God, but you saw the screw. Stop him, stop him! Wow. Apollo's really bad at the security detail thing. Thankfully that guy was on it. What in the world?
President's glasses. She looks better without them. Your father's.
Yep. Is he taking these things for a specific purpose? Is he just a kleptomaniac? And then justifies his thievery.
It was like that when I plucked it. Everybody else, all shiny. Soldier in him's had enough for a while. They borrow things.
Borrow?
My parents disappeared when I was 9 years old. They were kidnapped.
Wow.
Murdered, in fact. I went to live with an uncle. Stole from him until I could run away.
So what did you take from me?
I was thinking, the photograph, the girl. You've had enough stolen from you already.
Good.
I still have a case. You want to help? Get this to my client.
Okay, you better explain this.
Don't even know what it is.
Well, I do. Where'd you get it?
Kelly. Kelly?
I never would have let Athena go airborne with you on the Raptor. I would have stopped it. You know that. You better lock me up. I'll keep at it, I will. I did my job, sir. And I have done my job for 2 years now.
This would be so impactful if he'd actually been on the show more than 2 or 3 times.
I had to do something.
Reinstate Major Adama as commander of the air group.
I think I should be with Lampkin.
Now that we know that it was Kelly, we can ease up a little bit on security.
I'm close to the case. I've read the documents. I understand Lampkin's strategy.
We have things under control.
You're too good to put on the case, son.
You're not a lawyer.
What, and you're a judge?
No, I'm capable of listening to the evidence and making an ethical decision.
And I'm capable of helping Lampkin. I mean, you gave me your father's law books.
I made a mistake.
No, you didn't.
You're a pilot and you're my son. I will not look across that court and see you sitting on the other side.
The fact that you said the other side means you're super biased, but we all knew that.
Report for duty.
Is that an order?
You're in way over your head.
Is that an order?
Obviously, it's an order.
I'm through giving you orders.
Oh.
Remove Apollo from the board. Inform Hilo he's to remain at CAG. My son has more important things to tend to.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. I would like to know how all of this is affecting Duala and their marriage. He finally put it up.
It's hard to let her go.
I'll see you around.
There's no greater ally, no force more powerful, no enemy more resolved than a son who chooses to step from his father's shadow.
Ooh. Wow, what a great quote to end on. Wow, this episode was really good. It had some complexities, it had some layers, it had some real intrigue with this defense lawyer and how Apollo being assigned to his security detail, despite the fact that he was this close to dying twice and Apollo was powerless to stop it. Although coming up against Kelly, obviously, there's some authority there, and that actually he was in a prime position to be the person to carry out these attacks. We'll talk about that. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I just thought it was a really engaging and an engrossing episode. We meet this lawyer, and I've seen this actor before, and he always does an interesting job. He certainly has this mischievous nature about him. Like, I'm not sure I can trust this man, but yet he seems to be bringing truth and complexity to the situation. I don't know that he really wants Gaius to be found innocent, but he is going to do his best job as defense attorney. He seems like the right kind of personality to defend Gaius Baltar, and he's using some tactics. Like I don't know if he's doing a good job. I don't know if I would do the way he went about, especially with Caprica 6. I'm not sure about that, but it was so fun to watch. It was good to see her. We've had a decidedly lack of Cylon involvement in the latter half of the season after having such rich interactions with them in the first half of the season. I was really excited about her being on board the Galactica, but that's because I thought we would see more of her interacting with people, and instead we've seen a lot less. And it was just really great to see her and Gaius coming back into the front and center of this. And this was such a good episode, partly because of their involvement and some forward motion on this much talked about trial. I kind of like the idea of having them draw to pick the people to be on the tribunal. I feel like there should have been some very clear exemptions, and Admiral Adama should be one of those exemptions. He should not, in my opinion, be on the tribunal. I'm sure he's going to try to be biased. I know despite the fact that I strongly disagree with some of his choices, I know he will try to be as unbiased as possible, as you should, but he's biased. He clearly, in my opinion, shouldn't be on this tribunal. No more than I should be on this tribunal. I couldn't look at Gaius Baltar with any ounce of objectivity because he's guilty. That's just how I feel about it. How do you feel about him being on there? Now, Captain Kelly and the choice to bring him in order to have him be behind the assassination plot. That is actually really, really fascinating. On paper, Captain Kelly is a shocking and powerful choice to be behind these assassination attempts. Because, isn't he third in command right behind Colonel Ty? And so I love the idea of having a high-ranking officer be the one responsible for not only attempts, he assassinated a man and tried at least twice to kill another one. And that's actually really great storytelling, but it's undercut a little bit by the fact that he was in the miniseries and then he disappeared again, and then he showed up in season 2 and I didn't even recognize or remember him. And I guess he, according to IMDb, was in Exodus. I don't remember him in Exodus. So this is the first time I remember seeing him since a brief stint. Again, it's over a year in between appearances. I don't fully understand that. Maybe it has a lot to do with the actor's availability. I don't know. But that element, unfortunately, took me out of it a little bit, because what I think could have been or should have been a great moment, having a high-ranking officer that we know and we've seen since the beginning of this show be the one responsible, that is incredible and shocking, and I really like the idea of it, but unfortunately the execution for me is a bit undercut, just because I barely remember him. The only slight negative for me in what is otherwise a really phenomenal episode. I'm glad that they're building upon Apollo and his choice to kind of pursue law. And I like the tension that he had with his father. I thought that worked really, really well, kind of giving him the opportunity to step outside of his dad's shadow a little bit. And I like that his dad's letting him. I mean, it's just a fascinating dynamic. And I, for one, am having a great time watching it and enjoying it. And I'm looking forward to seeing how hopefully this plays out in our season 3 finale, which is coming up next week. I will be watching both episodes next week. So I'm excited and looking forward to that and watching it with you. If you're enjoying these reactions and you don't want to wait for next week, you can watch the next 5 right now over on Patreon or as a YouTube channel member. So check that out if you'd like to watch those early or just to support the channel. I appreciate you and I'm glad you're here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.